Welcome to the What We Remember Rundown for Star Wars The Mandalorian, Chapter 5, The Gunslinger. My name is Bradley Jones.
My name is Andrew Moldenhauer.
I'm Andy Hubert.
Yeah,
And
so
this-
the Gunslinger.
The Gunslinger.
I'm the Gunslinger.
But he's not
Oh my
really
God.
he's not a good gunslinger.
No, I mean, not
He's a
in
bad
like the,
gunslinger.
he's not, I mean, he keeps getting beaten by dudes.
He's bad.
I don't really know what made him a gunslinger in this episode so much.
I hated his character, to be honest, but we'll get into it.
Wait, his character?
Yeah, he's dumb. He's just a millennial guy. Whatever, we'll get into it.
Oh, you mean the,
Oh,
young,
the other guy.
young guy?
Yeah.
We're talking
we're talking about Mando.
Mando as the
Oh,
gunslinger.
I don't think he's the gunslinger.
Oh, you thought the young guy was the gunslinger?
I guess
Yeah.
it makes sense because the other episode was called The Child and
yeah,
stuff. So
maybe.
It's not,
Yeah, it's about like the people
was the
he's
previous
encountering.
episode? called?
Sanctuary.
That was what it was called?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a weird title. that
Because
title doesn't fit.
it's about the town, yeah. So the titles are all about the things he's encountering on the way, I guess.
Okay, maybe. Fair.
Movie opens with a gunfight. I said movie again. That's not going to stop, I guess.
No, it's a Star Wars movie.
I guess if you watch 3 episodes in a row, then it's a movie. Maybe.
Mandalorian, a Star Wars story.
We get a sweet dogfight.
Yeah, in space, and it wasn't long enough.
like
I
Star
wanted more of
Fox.
it. Give me all the
I
space combat.
loved that.
Play
yeah.
the Star Fox theme during that scene,
It
you know?
made it feel more like a Star Wars
Yeah.
thing that they were having a little space fight.
Yeah. I thought too that like the ship chasing him looked kind of Naboo-y. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so from someone. It
was-
was like the yellow and the
It was like
kinda,
it was long and it had like it had spun too, didn't it? It was like
I think
spinning
so,
around
yeah.
a bunch.
It was pretty cool. And
I was gonna ask if
liked
you
it.
recognized it or not.
I don't think it's anything specific, and I was kind of curious. Like I haven't looked into any of the lore or whatever to try and see if maybe it is like a reference to a character from way back or something. But I thought that was pretty neat.
There was some. Oh well. Anyways, I was about to jump ahead, but so he's fighting this guy.
Uh-huh.
He's not in the right ship
No.
to fight him.
It seems like the Mandalorian ship is not for a ship-to-ship combat.
No, it
kind
is
of
not.
thing.
He's got
No.
those 2 big guns on the front, but it is not exactly.
He's just
like
a big
maneuverable
target. The other
ship.
You
guy
need to be
was
able
in
to
like a
shoot
small
behind
like
you.
TIE
Yeah.
fighter type thing.
Millennium Falcon is what you want with that 360 gun.
That's
They'll
true.
shoot
Yeah, you
wherever
got those
want.
turrets that can just point wherever.
Yeah, that seems like the smarter way. Not
Yeah.
his ship.
And he's just one man.
I was
Yeah,
kind
it's
of hoping
true.
his
He
ship
doesn't
would have
even
got
have to
destroyed by now, and he got a new ship.
Dude,
but
what
maybe they're
if
saving it.
Baby Yoda like hopped into one of like the little gun turrets and started fighting? Little Baby Yoda.
I'd be all about it. I don't even care. I'd be
So
like,
cute.
He's like using the Force to control the guns, just murdering. I'd be like, yeah, you get him, Baby Yoda.
If he just like splits the ship in half, it'd be fine too. Use the force power. Suck the guy right out of the cockpit.
Oh man.
Yeah. That'd be amazing. Baby Yoda wouldn't do that though.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if he has like a right or wrong, a sense
He
of
doesn't
right
have
or wrong
morality
yet.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a child. What does he know?
That's true.
My like 3-year-old cousin punched my 4-year-old cousin in the face, and then they just like hung out like afterwards. It's like, why did that happen? It's like, why did you just hit your
You're like, wait a minute,
brother?
Aren't you guys enemies now? Isn't that how that works?
But then they're just like together playing video games again.
They're
I
like,
was
nah,
what-
but it's just what happens.
yeah, I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
They have no sort of empathy. They don't know right from wrong.
Maybe to degrees
Yeah.
they do and don't.
The Mandalorian ship is getting destroyed.
He's in bad shape. Yeah.
One of the engines gets like
He gets
blown
shot
out.
pretty
Dinged.
good. Yeah.
I think he almost blows his engines on purpose. He like throttles back and his engines like puff up. And he like does like an immediate stop, lets the other guy get in front of him, and then gets the shot.
Hit the brakes.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes. Yeah, the guy flew ahead, and then he was able to lock in on him and just blow him to smithereens.
Yeah.
Got some fan service here with the little targeting computer screens.
Yeah.
Like the TIE fighters and stuff. They have the same kind of little targeters.
And you got to see that guy actually blow up.
You go
and-
inside
yeah.
the cockpit.
He's
you
like,
see him.
"Ah." And they did the classic. He gave the Mandalorian his own line at him, and the Mandalorian's like, "That's my line."
Yeah, it was like a little.
Was that Wilford
sting.
Brimley?
Yes, that's my line. I'm diabetes.
Diabetes touching strips.
Don't steal my line. I'm the Mandalorian.
That'd be a great cast. Get him to the voiceover.
Wilford Brimley.
It'd be so
That'd be
funny.
really funny. Oh, boy.
Wilford Brimley.
Give me back my child.
Just let the baby Yoda go. Be like, Wilfred, even the Mandalorian doesn't call him Baby Yoda. Well, this is my movie now. But Wilfred, it's not a movie. I only do movies.
If I only had a swimming pool that would de-age me, I could kick your ass.
Oh, man. So then we show up where, gentlemen?
Tatooine.
Yeah,
Tatooine.
Tatooine. I want them to do this more. I was actually really happy.
Yeah, going to like old established locations.
yeah. little robots fixing it up.
Yeah, the three little
pit
robots
droids,
were funny.
Those are from episode 1 from the pod racing. They're
Yep.
pit droids. I actually didn't
Yep.
like that at one point. The mechanic lady calls them pit droids. I'm like, call them something else. Don't call them like pit droids straight up.
Yeah, they're not pit droids anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
they're-
what they go by. Maybe that's like
I
their
guess.
actual title.
I guess so. But he's bringing the thing on like fumes and a dead lake.
Yeah, it's like
This thing's,
smoking
barely
down. I wasn't
landing.
even sure he was going to make it to that little landing
Yeah.
pad.
That's a problem that I have. So
Get into it, bud.
Yeah.
he got shot so much, and so much was like blown up that he was still fine. And I was like, how is he able to land all of this?
Look,
like,
they make those ships reliable, you know? He's got like the little Honda Civic of
he
ships.
got attacked
going
so
around.
many times.
I would have liked him to have been like derelict and then like a junk ship.
That's
come
what I
by
thought. He
and
was like
stuff.
we're leaking fuel, and I was wondering if he was going to be like adrift in space.
He should have like
or
asked for a
something,
tow or
and-
something.
Yeah,
like the space
Yeah,
tow.
all he did, it looked like he just flipped a fuse, like a
or
fuse.
call
blew.
call Space AAA and
Yeah,
have to have them.
I feel
come
like
out
that's
and get
got to
him,
be
you
a
know?
thing, right? A tow truck company in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, well,
I like the idea of that.
Dennis
Quaid,
no,
Miller,
no,
the Menace.
no, Hopper.
Oh,
Space truckers. You got to call Dennis Hopper.
There's a space trucker reference.
Well, you got to call.
I love space
You
truckers.
got to call Dennis Hopper.
Oh boy!
Oh my god! If you guys haven't seen Space Truckers, do yourself a favor because that movie is solid.
I don't know if that's true, but
Oh, it's so campy and fun in just the right ways.
Oh boy!
Attention, all personnel. The room is sealed.
Set your weapons for close range!
In the year 2196,
Just lost contact with Command Post 3 outside the second perimeter.
It's right outside!
someone has developed the ultimate destructive force. All they need is a man who'll deliver.
What have you got?
It is a rush shipment to Earth.
No questions asked.
We'll do it.
Jeez, I've never seen trailers like these before. They look,
Creepy.
You better power down, Canyon.
It's coming! Look out!
You gotta tell us how to stop these things.
Dennis Hopper, Stephen Dorff, and Debbie Mazar.
Fire it up!
Space Truckers.
that's who you got to call
Yeah.
to get you over to Tatooine, where you can hang out with Amy Sedaris.
That
and
was-
she can
yeah.
help fix your.
I was
Right.
wondering about that.
I
like, 'cause-
love. Immediately, I saw her. I was like, "Is that Amy Sedaris?"
Pelimoto.
Yeah,
That's her character
Good
name.
Star Wars name, but I was thinking about
She
that,
was-
like
she
Amy
was funny.
Sedaris showing up just like Brian Posehn.
Yeah.
And,
She shaved off her eyebrows for this though.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I mean, I couldn't tell who it was at first. I'm like, that is someone I know. What is happening? And it took me a bit
Yeah.
to realize who it
Yeah,
really
just
was.
like her.
She was very funny. That's how I knew right away.
Yeah,
I was like,
could
this
tell.
lady.
I could tell based on her voice too. Yeah,
The wig
She had a
was
different
hiding some
wig.
stuff, though,
Yes,
yeah.
Yes,
the wig made
sure.
it made me question it. I was like, I'm not sure, but
Yep.
it seems like it.
I didn't put it together, but people on the internet said it looked like Ellen Ripley from Alien, like the same.
The
hair.
wig,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
the wig
yeah.
looked. Yeah, I would agree.
We never get to see her in her underwear, so I don't know about how close.
we
the
don't need
comparisons
to.
get.
We don't need
Well, You don't need to. She talks about how terrible his ship. Like he talks
she-
down to him.
she-
She's condescending.
She's trying to over. I think she's trying to oversell.
And they clearly have
to
like a
make
history.
money.
It seems like they.
I don't
he seemed
think-
like he
I
was
didn't
familiar
get
with
that.
her. I
didn't
thought so.
get
I thought
that
it sounded like
at
she was
They have
like
a history.
Oh, like it seemed like she was like, "You're back again with your piece of junk ship." Like
I don't think she said that.
I don't think she
though.
said
No?
that.
I
You
thought
made those
so.
lines up. Yeah.
And then she was like, "Remember that time we celebrated my birthday a couple years ago?"
No, that didn't. Andy, that didn't happen.
And then yeah,
Oh, jeez.
No.
You're having
yeah,
some.
no. And then
No.
she was
old
like, and
person
then she was
issues.
like, "How could you leave me and the rest of your family?" And
No,
I was
listen,
like,
Andy,
wow,
none of that
we're learning
happened.
a lot in this episode.
No.
I think you're like cross pollinating it with something else.
You're
you
making
saw.
some stuff up. No, she was just like, yeah, I'll fix your ship. It's gonna cost a lot. She's like, well, I'm gonna need to turn this, and I'm gonna need to tune that one, and I'm gonna
rotate this guy.
I'm gonna need to rotate that. I laughed when she said that.
Oh, gonna have to
line.
change your fluids, and
gonna have to rotate that one.
The Mandalorian put his ship together by piece just recently.
That's true.
I think he would know his way around.
It's hard to tell like how long that took.
Well, he didn't build
She was
that.
definitely trying to take him
Come
for a ride.
He had what's his face rebuild that ship. You know, Mando was standing there like, yeah, I'm helping because I handed you a wrench. Yeah. I helped, and you're like, no, that's not helping.
He's just getting that typical mechanic service of just like you telling your stuff on your car needs fixing when it doesn't need fixing.
Right.
Now we get a little bit of like droid racism here. He's like, no
droids again. That's the classic. Yeah,
no
he hates them.
Droids.
Hates these droids, and the pit droids like, oh,
I'm a pit droid.
No, why?
They're cute. They turtle. When they're leggy and walking around, and the Mando shoots them.
Hit the button on the front,
like a Mega Man robot.
Dude, collapse. I was thinking the same thing. They're like those little Mega Man things with the helmets on. Yeah. I was literally just thinking about that. She says that she'll fix it by herself without any of the droids. It's going to take her a while.
Yep.
So he's like, okay, fine, and he leaves Baby Yoda he doesn't
asleep.
Have any,
in the back of the...
In the back, which, again, I was like,
bruh,
that's a bad idea.
Yeah, you can't just be leaving babies.
How many bounty hunters are on Tatooine?
I don't know. Tatooine seems pretty barren.
Well, we did hear...
There's a lot of people there anymore.
I mean, it's well established that it's a hive of scum and villainy, so, you know,
I guess, but the Empire's crumbled.
Yeah, well, and
it doesn't seem like anyone's really living in there anymore. Well, when he's walking the streets, there's like nobody.
Right, and when he shows up at the bar and he talks to...
that bar is pretty empty, too.
The robot bartender, who is...
The band? They can't hire the band anymore.
The robot bartender is
maybe
fan
Tatooine
service.
used to be a bigger city when in the
Before
first
the-
episode.
yeah, before the fall
it was
of the
more
Empire.
populated, and now it's just like
fallen
more,
away.
Yeah.
Like Reno, Nevada.
Emperor was like, Luke came from this place, nuke it while we're fighting the Rebel Alliance.
Wait, that's where Luke came from?
That's where he grew up, yeah.
Where and what planet? That's the same planet that his father was on?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
They were like, maybe,
There's a couple coincidences happening.
they talk about that, like maybe
that,
one of the reasons they hit him there was because like they were like, it's the one place Vader would never want to go back. So they were like, oh, maybe it's probably a good idea to hide him there. That works.
Okay.
And then with Leia, they were like, here's a rich family. Go with them.
Yeah, that I want to talk about that at some point. Like, Luke got really shafted. He got the short end of the stick on this little split up action.
Yeah,
Well,
where did she go?
She got
Jimmy
adopted.
Smits took her.
Yeah, she got adopted by Jimmy Smits, Senator Organa. It was like, me and my wife and I have always wanted a daughter. We'll buy her. And it doesn't actually say we'll buy her, but they take her in so she becomes part of the royal family on Alderaan.
When does that happen?
At the end of episode 3.
This doesn't make sense. She's going to be like so prominent and important.
Right.
How is Vader not going to know who she is? It's blowing my mind right now.
It's true. Like, he can sense Luke later, but like he straight up gets face to face with Leia in episode 4 and he has nothing. There's nothing
I'm
there.
so confused by this.
Well, maybe because Luke has some force power in. Well,
he's been trained.
They're now trying to say that they
yeah.
both have force power in these like this new trilogy.
I don't know.
series.
Well, I mean, they show Leia forces herself back in the ship, and people got mad about it. And I was like, get over it.
They're saying that she has force power too. So
yeah. Well, and there is a scene in
Empire.
Where they like Yoda and Obi-Wan are having a ghost chat, and they're both
that's the end of 3.
End of 3, and they're saying like, oh, like Luke's leaving. Like, what if he dies or something? And Yoda says there's another because there's the sister.
Yep.
So it's implied that she could do these things.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Luke has to live with these two people on the desert planet.
It seems like they love him.
When Leia is living in the lap of luxury.
That's true.
This doesn't seem fair.
Right. It should have told Senator Organa, be like, bruh, you can't just take one. You got to take them both.
There should have been like a Prince and the Pauper switch at some point, you know? Switch them up. Leia, go in that desert. Luke, you get in the castle.
I just don't know who Prince Organa is. I don't know.
He's a senator, but
I don't remember that in the.
He was
Jimmy Smats.
Yep. I'm trying to think. In the prequels,
he was in all the prequels.
I mean, he's actually in. He's in the prequels.
He's always in the background.
In the
doing
senator,
stuff.
like he was one of the founding members of the Alliance. He's in Rogue One as part of the council that for the Rebel Alliance as well.
Okay, I think I might know who you're talking about.
At least I think he's in that.
I'll have to pull that up later.
But
he's got a mustache, like a Fu Manchu stash.
So in one of the prequels, like he's the one that shows up at the Jedi Temple while like they're being destroyed, basically, and he shows up and he's like, "What's going on here?" And then people like show up to chase him off, and he's like, "Oh God!" and jumps in his ship and flies away real quick. And that's when he's like, the Emperor's overthrowing the Republic right now.
Okay. Huh. I don't remember, but I'll have to go look it back up.
He's an interesting character. I mean, he dies theoretically in episode 4 when the Alderaan gets blown up.
Yep, that's exactly who I thought it was.
Bail Organa?
Bail Organa, yep.
Yeah. He's the same guy that kind of plays... He looks like the same guy that plays Boba Fett in the second one. Or not Boba... Jango Fett. Jango Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Jango
Fett.
You said Jango Fett.
I did. It sounded wrong, and then I...
It's hard to stack them up, though.
Especially if you're knocking them down.
Don't take from the top.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, Boba Fett looks the same as Jango Fett because they're clones, right? So... Well, he's Boba Fett's a clone.
They're clones.
This clone thing. This is okay. We gotta move past this clone thing.
Right.
You think there'd be like a few clones left? You know,
I mean,
like how do they all just disappear?
I wonder. Well, maybe they have shortened lifespans because they're accelerated growth.
The other thing that was in this one that I was like, this is a little scary, is the stormtrooper heads on spikes.
Oh yes, and I did like that.
I was like, whoa, that's interesting.
So Tatooine like rebelled against them, I guess.
Yeah, it's a juxtaposition, I think, from the first episode
1.
where he's like he meets the dude who has stormtroopers as his guards, where he's and now on this planet they're like, nah, there ain't no Empire left here, man. We got rid of that.
There's heads in those helmets, aren't they?
I assume
absolutely.
So.
I'd
I
assume.
gotta believe.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's intense.
It took them out.
Tatooine just like rebelled.
That's like classic, like Middle Ages.
They're sending a message like Empire is not welcome here.
Stay out. The Empire was gonna come back, and then they saw those, and they were like, well, maybe not, guys.
Well, not here.
Mandalorian's looking for a job. He needs money.
Yes, and he sees.
Well, he needs money to fix his ship because he only has like 500 Imperial credits.
For a job.
He's not very good at savings. He needs to get like a lot. He's like handing money over left and right.
Well, and
that's a good point because
come on.
So he did get paid a lot up front. And he spent all of that money right away. He didn't save a single bit of it.
But a lot of it was donation to the younglings, or what I don't remember, the foundlings.
That's true.
So, he's donating it to charity. It's not like he's just throwing it all away on a new stereo.
This guy armor. He doesn't have a savings account.
He does not.
He's not investing. He doesn't have a Roth IRA at all.
He's not getting that appreciation.
He's not planning for the future.
He doesn't understand compound interest at all.
No. He just even at the end of this episode, he just hands an indiscriminate amount of money over without even counting.
Yeah, like at least keep some of that, man. You clearly are going to need it because this has come up multiple times.
Multiple times he's needed a little cash to get by.
Yeah.
It was 500 credits. That's all he had. And that was not enough.
Imperial credits even.
No one wants that.
Who's going to accept that stuff?
When you got those heads on spikes, I don't want that money. It's obviously they don't want like Imperial credits on this planet.
Right? Yeah. She
worth less than nothing.
Fine with it. The bartender is a fan service callback because it is the same model of droid as is in the.
He keeps going to the bar all the time.
It's in Jabba's palace.
The bar is the place to go.
In Jabba's palace, there's like a droid that's in charge of all the droids for Jabba's palace.
Tatooine is where Jabba lives too?
It was, yes.
Okay.
Then
he operates there.
Jabba got blown up.
Anakin grew up there, Luke's there, and Jabba's there.
Yeah, the Hutts control like the all the crime there.
Interesting.
Okay.
And
I was really, really hoping that we would see that pig nose guy that could fly from episode 1. I was really hoping that he was still alive. The guy that Anakin worked for as a little kid.
Oh, Watto.
Yes, I was.
Let me fix this, Andy.
I was hoping that he was going to be there in the background or in a scene or something.
I feel like this would have been the episode for it too, because there was a lot of fan service in this episode.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
Absolutely.
I think more than any other.
Like what else was fan service?
Like I said the robot bartender is a reference.
The speeder bikes.
Speeder bikes are that's a throwback. The shots of the Tusken Raiders is straight out of the originals. I'm trying to think there's some other. I mean, the pit droids themselves already are. They reference Beggar's Canyon.
The Dewbacks.
Yes, the Dewbacks. The creature he rides back in there. The banthas that the sand troopers have, or the
there's a lot
sand people have. So there was a lot in this episode that was very fan service-y callback.
Loved it.
I like how the service drone was just constantly wiping the same part of the table off with the cloth the entire conversation.
It's like Jeff Daniels in Pleasantville. Like, you didn't come, so I didn't know what to do, so I just kept wiping.
Wipe through the counter. Yeah,
this drone is just constantly just wiping. But the guild doesn't operate in Tatooine anymore.
That's where we're coming into that where
Jabba dead.
Ain't no bounty hunter guild operations there, but there's a bounty hunter that's trying to get in the guild there.
You think somebody would have like come up to be like one of the head of the Hutts after Jabba died? You know,
Yeah.
Take the
It's a
place of the
power
head of the snake.
vacuum. Like
Take the
something's
reins,
got to,
yeah.
something's got to fill
Someone's
that up.
gotta step up, you know?
I mean that's just how it works. You take down the Sinaloa cartel, take down one guy, someone else is just going to fill
Yeah.
that spot.
That's true.
And people were memeing about baby Jabba at some point maybe showing up.
Oh my god!
To like
no,
talk to baby Yoda. You know, like them just in the same scene next to each other.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
You under the fan service, Andy.
Wait, how old is Jabba?
It wouldn't be Jabba himself, but it'd be a
it'd
baby
a baby Jabba.
baby.
Oh my god! No, everyone would be like, "This thing is so ugly."
You still buy a plush of it. Don't lie.
True. That's true.
Oh man.
So Tracy Ullman can't really do anything without
Tracy
this money.
Allman.
And
You mean Amy Sedaris? Or?
Amy Sedaris.
Yeah,
Right.
I was
Tracy
confused.
Allman.
For a second, I did write Tracy Ullman down, but it is definitely Amy Sedaris. They're similar people.
They are similar.
Yeah.
They're playing cards. Then they're just buying time.
Who
and,
is?
The pit droids.
Right.
Right. Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, little baby Yoda starts walking out of the ship.
Yeah.
Wanders on out.
Where's Dad at?
And Amy Sedaris, is like, I'm gonna take care of you because I'm gonna get paid more, dog.
Yes.
Babysitting.
Babysitting.
Oh
And
yeah. Gotta get those
working on the ship.
billable hours in, you know.
I guess before that we were still in the scene with Toro Calican.
Yeah, what a name.
Which I was
All these
like,
great Star Wars
come
names.
on, like the last name?
I feel like
Calican?
he made up that name for himself.
That sounds
Tor,
right.
like
It does sound like
at least
it's my bounty hunter name.
What was it? Toro Calican.
Toro Calican.
I was like, make it Toro Galligan or something like that, or
Gilligan?
Like, I don't know, something that like sounded that went off the tongue a little bit better.
He's new to the guild.
Caligan?
He's trying to find his first job.
His first job.
He took a puck with Fennec Shand.
Yes.
These goddamn names.
Star Wars names, man. Classic.
And Mandalorian's like, oh, good luck with that, dog. See ya.
He's like, God.
She kills like a lot of people and is bad, and good luck. You're gonna get killed.
She's like a top level mercenary or something like that.
She kills a lot of people.
Yes.
And he's like, wait, please help me, though.
Please help, I need this.
I need the
And then he says the magic words, which is, you can keep the money.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need the money. I just need to get into the guild.
He just wants to kill.
The impression I got from him, too, is it seemed like he had a fair amount of money. Like, he had, like, new binoculars. He like, was able to get those swoop bikes, like, from nowhere. And, like...
He's
he
a
had nice
Kardashian.
clothes. Like, yeah, he was like
He's a
he seemed like a
Kardashian
rich
kid.
kid that was like, it'd be cool if I was a bounty hunter.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it for newer. I'm gonna get a bunch of chicks on Instagram if I do
he
this.
wanted that
Makes
fame.
sense.
He wanted
Yeah.
that fame.
He's gonna take some photos and put it up on.
Wanted to be a badass.
Doing it for the ladies. Doing it for the fame.
Right.
And then, so the Mandalorian says, all right, you get 2 speeder bikes, and we'll meet back here.
And give me that fab.
And give me the fob.
But then he breaks the fob. It's like, oh, now you gotta take me with you because I only know where it is.
Sneaky.
How long you been with the guild?
Long enough.
Clearly not. Fennec Shand is an elite mercenary. She made her name killing for all the top crime syndicates, including the Hutts. If you go after her, you won't make it past sunrise.
This is my first job. You can keep the money, all of it. I just need this job to get into the guild. I can't do it alone.
Meet me at Hangar 3-5 in half an hour. Bring 2 speeder bikes. And give me the tracking fob.
Don't worry. I got it all memorized.
Half an hour.
Looks like you're stuck with me now, partner.
Yeah, that
I guess that fob has an
Why
exact
did he break
location?
the fob?
Yeah, it seems like you need that.
I mean, maybe he just...
When he did that, I
if
was
Fennec
like...
Shand moves, I mean, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But yeah, maybe he just was like, I know she's in this direction, so we'll just
guess
head that
so.
way, and that's close enough. I don't know. It was a little
Like
strange.
he didn't trust Mando, I think is what
Yeah,
was
he thought
happening.
if he
That's
gave
why
the Mando
broke
the fob, that he
but,
would
like,
just go and do the job without him.
Right.
Yeah, as soon as he broke the fob, I was like, you can't trust this guy anymore.
Right.
You can't believe this guy.
Yeah, but Mando can't even turn in the bounty anymore. I'm
No.
sure the guild is like
But
done with him.
the kid doesn't know that, though. Yeah.
He doesn't, but like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and I think he just assumes, hey, like, well, never mind. He didn't ask the bartender. It's like the kid just assumed he's a Mandalorian. He's probably a bounty hunter, but no, like he just watched him ask about work. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so he gets the speeder bikes, and they take off.
The speeder bikes are cool because they're real.
Yeah.
They're on some sort of like spring, I bet, like some green screen spring, because it reacts really nice when he like sits on it, moves on it and stuff.
It's kind of like
it like sits down a little bit.
It's kind of like Luke's speeder from in the original trilogy, like episode 4, when he like gets in. It was basically on like a big centrifuge arm. So like all the shots of them getting in and out of it, it's like just bouncing up and down, and it feels, exactly right. Cool. It feels real, and it's in the universe, and so you don't have to like see him just mount a thing and become CG and fly away.
Doesn't have treads on it, Andy.
It doesn't have treads.
No treads.
They're just cruising over the sand. It's not as cool. It would have been cooler if they had treads.
Does it have wheels? It just flies, right?
It just flies.
Yeah. Why would it need treads?
No, the new one it has treads.
There's the clip from the new movie, and then like the sand troopers are driving like things like that do have treads.
Right. I don't know if I've seen.
They're like
yet.
snowmobiles, but on sand.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've seen the trailer yet for the new one.
It was like a 30-second spot.
Yeah. I remember you guys talking about it.
Yep.
So they're just driving out to the middle of nowhere. They find those Tusken Raiders. They do a thing again.
This was a goofy scene, though.
I liked this. This was really interesting because I thought they were going to do another. I was like, you already did a replication of the Sand People thing from episode 4 in episode 1 of this, in chapter 1, where like the animal snuck up on him or whatever and got him. And I was worried they were going to do it again, and they kind of did, but they faked me out.
But the Mandalorian sort of learns his lesson.
Yes, and so he has the kids looking at the sand troopers and their banthas down below.
The Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. And I'm giving them like the racist version, like the sand. Can't call them sand people. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Those Sandies,
the Tusken Raiders. And then he's like, "Hey, why don't you ask them? They're right next to you, and they're right there." And then they have a real conversation, which has never happened.
They know
in Star
American
Wars
Sign
before.
Language.
Yeah, like he gives them.
Well, this was like you got to pay the troll toll.
Yeah,
it was like one of those moments. Yeah. It's like we're just gonna have to talk to them, tell them what our business is, and
we need passage.
Yep. Yeah, that'll let us pass through.
Give me those binocs.
The brand new ones.
You had to get rid of them.
Which were not great. We watched.
Like, hey, those are brand new. Hey,
yeah. This guy is like so inexperienced and entitled.
Yep. Well, there's a bit later too
freaking
where
Toro Calican.
He mentions too. He's like, "Wait, I don't have any armor on." And I was like, What was your plan when you became a bounty hunter?" He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, he's just a babe in the woods.
Tusken Raiders allowed them to pass.
Mm-hmm. I think the Tusken Raider outfits were terrible and purposely they were terrible in episode 1.
Yep,
and they're terrible in here too.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right.
They did no updates to them whatsoever.
Nope, they used exactly like the same.
They looked so bad. just people in masks, like really weird masks and gloves.
Well, but isn't that their outfit? That's what they wear, right?
Yeah, but it's like they
didn't
like
cover their faces.
They didn't do anything to update it whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying like from episode 4 where Lucas had like $10 to make his movie, and they looked like they were $10 outfits. They're like, no, they still look like $10 outfits, even though they have a blank check to make this now.
What are you going to do? Like change the entire thing?
Oh yeah,
then people are like, well, this isn't a Tusken.
That's why I liked it.
They could have updated the masks a little bit to make them look less dumb.
Because I liked the way they looked in this one, and I liked that the Mando was just like, oh no, let's just talk to them, because every other time you've seen them, it's been like, oh, they kidnapped Anakin's mom and he murdered a lot of them, or one of them just fights Luke out of nowhere and they have to like scare him away.
Yeah, with the reverse shot, like
the back and forth.
Yeah, the back and forth of like him holding up the stick. It's like it's a forward shot and then a reverse shot,
like 5 times. Yeah,
yeah, it looks so weird.
Oh man, but yeah, I thought that was really
passage
cool.
with the binocs.
Yep,
they come upon a dewback that has a guy dangling from one of the
like kind of laying on the ground and his foot still like in a stirrup or something like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So they're like, all right,
let's go check it out.
Yep. The kid stays behind to cover the Mando, who goes to check out the body,
and it's just some dude. Over. Yeah,
and he's got like a little thing beeping on him, which I think was a fob.
The fob.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it until like he kind of mentioned it later or something. And he's like, "Oh, he's a bounty hunter," and that's when I was like, "Oh, I thought he was gonna flip it over and it was beeping," and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna blow up right now."
Yeah. Another bounty hunter looking for Fennec Shand.
Yep.
And she's just hiding in the by another dune. She's got a sweet sniper rifle.
Yeah, she's like really far away with a sniper rifle.
She hits Mando twice.
Yeah, guess where she shoots him again?
The shoulder and the back.
The shoulder!
And the back.
This is...
Hits him square in the back.
What is this, shoulder shot number 4? for the Mando.
Well, it's good that he has that shoulder armor.
Every time in the shoulder, man. I understand why he wanted that pauldron first piece of armor, because he's like, everyone shoots me in this freaking shoulder. I need my armor right here.
Yeah.
He gets shot in the back, too, real bad.
He does, and in the chest.
Mm-hmm. And what's the name of the armor again?
Beskar.
Beskar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, shot me right in the Beskar.
He's like, at this range, I'll be okay, but if it was any closer, I'd be dead.
The Beskar held up.
It's like like Enemy at the Gates. Does anyone see Enemy at the Gates?
Yeah.
The sniper rifle movie?
I want to.
It's great.
Got the metal plate, or Back to the Future.
Yeah. Fennec Shand has like a sweet helmet, and it's played by Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, I didn't recognize her.
She's in a lot of... She's been working since like the 90s.
Is it like
Agents
mostly...
of S.H.I.E.L.D. is her most recent thing.
I didn't watch that.
But she does a lot of like voiceover work. She does a lot of stuff like that. Guess how old she is?
45? 50?
20.
56 years old.
Holy
she is looking
looks amazing.
Why?
Yeah,
wow,
she looks
looks flawless. That's insane.
She looked good.
She's looking good.
Yeah.
This is directed by David Fiolini, who directed a lot of the Clone Wars episodes.
Yeah, well, I noticed he's also...
this felt kind of like Clone Wars-y.
And he's been an EP on the whole series. This is the first episode not written by Favreau.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
This is the first episode not written by him. And the guy who ran Clone Wars and ran Rebels, the other big animated series. I haven't watched either, but I've heard they're both really good.
And Ming-Na Wen does a voice in the Clone Wars thing, so I feel like it's kind of like a pay it forward kind of thing. Or I don't think it's this character in particular, but
I didn't realize how much Jon Favreau was wrapped into Star Wars until I watched the chef show.
Where he just cooks on the Skywalker Ranch.
Yeah, he cooks on Skywalker Ranch. They talk about how he voiced a character in the Clone Wars for a couple episodes, and
well, wasn't he the voice of the pilot in the Han Solo movie?
I think you're right. I think he might have been.
Yeah,
that forearmed guy. I don't know his name.
My understanding is that he was the one who created this series as an idea and like pitched it to Disney. And was like, you got to let me do this. Like he's like, look, I did all the Marvels for you. Let me do this now.
They're not going to turn him down.
Well, he was also doing like the Lion King and Jungle Book and stuff too. So he's got like the technology of how to make landscapes look good.
Yes. And it was really.
Mandalorian's
I was
all
curious to
landscapes.
know too if every episode was going to be written by him or not. And so finally, this is the first
co-written.
episode that's not like a 100% Favreau thing.
Yeah,
he's a full on artist. Like people don't really probably think about that, but he wrote Swingers, which is like the first movie that he did. And
it's weird to think about because I really didn't even know who he was until like Iron Man when he plays Happy the Bodyguard, and I was like, oh, like all of a sudden later I'm finding out like
Swingers.
The guy who plays Tony's bodyguard is actually a huge dude. Like, you're right. Yeah, I didn't.
A long time.
I didn't see that friend like that. Those episodes of Friends until way later.
He directed Elf, and that was like I think that was his like big breakout for me at least. So I was like, Elf's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Yeah,
it's like a well-made film.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
Oh man.
So what's the plan of attack?
Yeah, so they decide that they're going to wait till it's dark out.
Yep, they got to close, and then they can close the distance.
And then what they're going to do is they're going to both hop in their speeder bikes, and they're going to speed as fast as they can towards her. And they have little flashbangs that they're going to shoot off every maybe like a
couple seconds,
10 seconds or so, 15 seconds.
To blind her sniper
rifle.
To
blind the sniper rifle. Then she won't be able to see. And we'll try and we'll go as far as we can, as fast as we can, until we run out of flashbangs, and then we'll
we'll get her.
Then we'll see what we can do next. And they try it.
And it works.
It does work.
More or less, yeah.
More or less, yeah.
She does take out the Mando speeder bike.
Yeah. Blows it up.
Yep. And he goes flying.
And then Toro I forgot his last name. Crisco? What was his name?
Calican. Callaghan.
Gets the jump on her, but then she's just too good, and they have a fight. She gets the best.
She's kicking
of him.
his butt.
Yeah.
I will say he did a bit better than I expected him to when she started fighting. He got a couple decent moves in, but she was clearly just like halfway through she starts like toying with him. Like she knocks him down and like waits for him to get up because she's like, "Come on, you dummy."
Which is a bad idea because Mando eventually gets to them.
I wasn't sure if it was like she had thought she killed him because she shot him in the chest. And I think she thought he was done, and that's why she kind of like was messing with the guy. And then he shows up.
I thought she shot the speeder bike.
She did, but after she shot the speeder bike, he got up, and while the other guy was still racing towards her, she shot him again.
Oh, okay.
And it's when he fell down because she was about to shoot him a last time while he was on the ground, when Calo
she was going to shoot. She was trying to shoot his helmet,
yeah,
or something like that, or his head.
Gotta shoot that helmet off. Everyone wants to get that helmet off.
Yeah,
but yeah, finally, like they're rolling around, and then the Mando's like, "Hi, you can all stop now. I'm here."
Mm-hmm. The adults here. You guys, you kids can stop playing now. Puts Fennec in some
binder cuffs. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's classic renaming a thing in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Binder cuffs.
And he has to go find another, because three people can't fit on one speeder bike.
Yeah, it's too heavy.
He's gonna go get a.
Why didn't they think about that?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that earlier.
Well, they thought they'd have 2 speeder bikes. They could put them on
I think
one.
2 would have worked.
But then the one got blown up. Yeah. Because you can throw her on one of them, but we can't put all 3 of them on one.
No.
Especially with all that Beskar. That stuff's heavy.
So there's like a little bit of an argument about who's going to go find that dewback that one bounty hunter who got shot was riding.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mando draws a short straw, has to go do it.
Yep.
Because Calican doesn't want to like leave him alone with her because he'll just leave and vice versa.
Take the speeder bike and get he still thinks Mando's going to collect the bounty for himself.
Not a lot of trust going on here.
No.
Yep.
Which was a perfect opportunity for this fangirl.
Right. Now there is a scene here that is important where before the Mando leaves or whatever, she like references the thing that happened. She references like, "Hey, like have you been on Navarro?" She's like,
Dave Navarro?
I haven't seen stuff like this bad since what I heard about on Navarro or whatever. And
which was the bounty hunter planet.
Yes, which we had never gotten the name of until now. Mm-hmm. It's the planet he was on in the beginning of the series, and where he had the showdown with Carl Weathers and all the other bounty hunters.
Oh,
and so she's referencing that, but because we don't know that planet's name, we don't know as an audience that that's what she's talking about until later. And I thought that was a really cool. Like kind of flip around because she references that thing. And I like, at least to me initially, I thought she was referencing like maybe when his planet got attacked, and because that's kind of what it sounds like. But he just doesn't respond to her and just takes off to go get the dewback.
So even she knows about this Yoda stuff.
And then she explains to the young guy. She's like, "Hey,
Toro,
you know who that is, right?"
Yeah, this is the scene that didn't feel like Favreau, which I liked. This felt like cartoon show of like 2 people just talking to each other.
I really liked this bit of the episode.
Yeah, where Fennec and Toro have like a back and forth between maybe like double crossing Mando or like if
she's like convincing him to team up with her instead, and he's like the naive kid, and he's like, "Yeah, okay.
yeah, maybe I'll do it.
Maybe I'll do it."
Yeah, it does seem like a better deal.
And then psych.
Yeah, that psych was like that hit hard. I was like, "Oh my god, he just murdered
that was under
girl.
my liked. I just like the twist with the kid killing her instead. I was like, I did not expect it. I thought he was just going to be stupid and not let her out. And he was like, no,
it was like a badass thing to do, but also like I felt bad too.
Did she need to get taken in live from the puck? I forget if that even got mentioned.
Yeah, I mean,
because they do they seem like they want to keep her alive.
Well, I think I thought there was I thought there was a moment too where they said like, oh, we can't just kill her.
Mando says that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. I didn't really know it up until that point that they needed her, because it seems like alive or dead is anyway like a bounty hunter can get whatever.
Yeah, it probably depends on the bounty, but
this one needed to be alive, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
she gets got.
Yep, he kills her. Maybe. I assume yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would think so. Yeah. She's dead. She's
he like shot her in the side or something like that, and
when they
probably just
when they cut back to it at the end of the episode, she's in the same position,
right?
So I'd assume she's.
I would assume it is. Yeah. So he kills her and says like, "Well, it sounds like he's even more valuable than you are, so I don't need you." And
right.
Just kills her. And
he really should have just cashed in his chips what he had right there.
Yeah,
that's true. That's
a little bit.
He tried to grab too much power too fast.
But yeah, because he could
have done both.
That's where it is. Where he gets blinded by the idea of like if I take down the bounty hunter that took down the bounty hunters, then I'm going to be like a legend.
Right.
And that's what he wants.
That's
what he's always wanted was the fame and glory.
I feel like he could have got both
hunter.
though. Like
I think so.
Like he could have cashed in on the Fennec Shan stuff now,
and that's a big one to take in. It sounds.
And then like later gone after Mando. Mm-hmm. It just seemed like the thing to do
because that would have been the smart thing.
Because at the point, like Mando kind of had his trust in a way.
Yeah.
So he could have just like backstabbed him later, but
right. Because what happens, I think, like Mando shows up with a dugong and like the guy's gone, she's dead, right?
I like calling it a dugong.
But yeah,
the dugong,
the Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's
it kind of looks like a dewback.
But yeah, so he just heads back to the city with a speeder bike, and so Mando comes back. She's dead. Ain't no bike there. He's like,
yep.
And Mando leaves the body. That seemed like weird. I think I would have taken it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why would you take a body, Brad?
I don't know. Maybe it's
still want a body weird. You would just want a body with you.
Maybe you could still cash it in for money. I don't know.
Maybe
the bounty is still somewhat worth. I mean, she still had like a sweet sniper rifle and stuff too. I mean,
That's true.
I
He
should at
didn't,
least like
he didn't loot the body.
I think he just
Like,
got
what you're
concerned that
supposed to
something
do.
else was going on.
Yeah.
So he's like, I need to get out of here and go back to my
Maybe.
ship, which is what he did.
Yep, and the kid's there.
The kid does have little baby Yoda and Amy Sedaris.
Holding it hostage.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
him hostage. And he's like, I heard about what happened on Navarro with you. And he's just like, this kid.
we had it. We were winning.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And he's like, I'm
Right.
going to be a legend. And I'm like, bruh.
No, it's not going to work that way, bud. Buddo.
Nope. The Mando does basically the same thing that they did with What's-Her-Face. And discreetly shoots a flare.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Pelimoto's about to cuff him, but he's got the little flashbang back there.
Yep. Blinds him and then he takes him out.
And like the Yoda's missing for a hot second. Mm-hmm. But he's just hiding behind like, some crates or something.
Cute little baby. I'm right here. Everything's fine.
And he shoots him, right? He
Shoots Baby Yoda?
No, Calican.
Toro Calican gets got. He's
Yeah,
he
he
dead.
gets shot.
He gets got. He dead now. No more legend for you.
And then Mandalorian raids his body here and gets the money and then just dumps it on Amy
Yeah,
Sedaris.
throws the whole thing at her. And I was
He
like,
needs to count
save
how much
some.
that is.
'Cause she,
See, that's a good
Yes.
point. He could have put some of that in savings.
yeah,
need
exactly.
to diversify.
Because even she was like, "Wow,
He's
that's
not really-
definitely enough." Like, oh, she didn't even count it. She just looks at it like, "That's that's fine.
That's enough.
I'm like,
That'll
"It's
do."
Clearly too much, buddy.
He doesn't understand the value of money.
And I
think that's what
mentioned,
it
and I
is.
said in episode 1 too that because he's careless with the ship, he's going to have to keep spending money to fix it.
and
I
that's
know.
Right? He could have saved some of it because he's going to be in the situation again. Now he's still at ground zero.
Yeah.
Zero. He has no money.
At least the ship's a
He's-
little bit.
he's
fixed.
He could have like
Hey.
upgraded his ship with the extra
Yeah.
cash or something.
Get something better.
Put a rear gun.
No droids, though. No droids.
no droids.
No droids. Is that going to come in at the end? Is he going to have to like trust a droid? Is that his big
hate
overcoming
I mean,
thing?
it wouldn't
Why does
surprise
he
me.
hate droids?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Oh, probably because his family got killed by them.
You're right.
That just occurred to
yeah,
me.
that
It only just
I
now occurred to
forgot.
me about that.
well,
Like,
we still don't really know like what happened
yeah,
so
that's
much.
true. I'm just assuming
It
that's
cuts
why.
when that big security droid's over top of him.
Yeah, we haven't seen any more flashbacks.
So where's he going now?
It's a good question.
This episode again.
It didn't
The
set up
sitcommed
anything.
again.
Yeah.
It's sitcomed.
Yeah.
I was okay with that though.
Another indication.
I
See,
was
again,
fine.
I love episodes like that.
I think it's
so.
going to happen at least till like episode 7 because 7 has to set up 8.
Yeah, this
so
did-
next episode will probably be
At least
another,
this
like,
episode tied a bit more
thing,
back
but-
into the universe in that like he clearly has a reputation now of like, hey, people know about what happened on that planet. Like the Bounty Hunters Guild is like,
So we only got 3 more episodes
known
left,
about
right?
it, so.
6, 7, 8.
yeah, this was.
I bet they're gonna have like a.
Halfway.
They're now gonna have like some like kind of storyline that ties these next
at
3
least 7
episodes
and 8.
together.
I don't know about. They might do it again.
yeah,
for 6.
6
you're
might
right.
like
I think
end
7 and
setting
8
up something.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
if 6 is probably
Well,
going
this
to be
one
one
sets
more
up
person.
So this episode ends with another bounty hunter finding Fennec Shand in the sand.
Yes.
Yeah,
he has a
they
fan.
did have that shot.
And I thought
of
and
just
there-
the feet.
There was some like sound effects. I don't know if it was,
It was
like
like
trying
a
to tell me who
clinking
it was.
something. I was wondering if it would maybe
I thought
like
it was going to be Grief Karga or somebody.
Yes, that's
but-
what I was thinking.
but
Or
it didn't
Carl
seem
Weathers
like
is what I can't remember his name, but
Grief Karga.
oh, was it? I thought you were talking about
I thought Grief Karga was the director, German director.
Werner
guy.
Herzog.
Yeah.
yeah,
maybe.
that's what I thought it was.
That's Grief Karga, I believe.
Maybe not. I can't remember. But yeah, I thought it
No,
was Carl
you're
Weathers. that
you're
showed
right
up.
because he said that guy says Grief Karga.
Yeah.
He's like Grief Karga said you were the best.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Carl Weathers is Grief Karga.
Yeah,
That's right.
you're right. That's why. That's kind of what I was thinking is that it was him like on the trail.
Yeah, it didn't seem like his like pants. I guess
That's
it seemed
what-
like,
yeah.
it was like
And
nice
I'm
pair of
curious to
pants.
know.
It
yeah,
must be
who
some
could
new
it
bounty
be?
hunter that's
Potentially, yeah.
that's even better that's out to hunt him.
So I
down.
guess that fab still works if the body's dead.
Maybe, yeah. I guess
It doesn't. So it doesn't have to rely on life signs. It relies on something else.
maybe that's it. It's just some other bounty hunter that showed up and was like, "Oh, nice, person's already dead. I can cash this in
Yeah.
because no one else thought about it."
This
for
is what
some
I'm
reason.
thinking. It was a weird little ending because it kind of ended the same way in the last episode where like somebody was on the tail of the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
That guy got killed, but this guy didn't. So it's like setting him up to be something else. But we still just see his feet.
Maybe this
That's
is
kind of interesting too because he's just looking after this Fang girl. Like he just found her. He's not trying to find the
that's
Mando as
I'm
much,
wondering too
right?
if this is setting up if the next 3 are all going to be in sequence of this is setting up the arch bounty hunter rival of the Mando who is going to be the main villain for like the
That
next
was
three or
my
something.
thought.
It could be.
That was my thought.
Because it's a very dramatic ending of just showing the feet and being like, oh man, what's happening?
It's possible they kind of have to do a twist, maybe. I don't say they have to do a twist, but they could do a twist where it's a good person, someone who can like help him, like tell him more about the Yoda.
Faking you out about it or something. Yeah, it
like
turns
someone
out
who's like
it's-
going against the bounty hunters.
Maybe it was Obi.
Yeah, somebody like that, or maybe Luke Skywalker.
No, he would have been dead in this.
Could have
one,
been Luke.
Yeah,
could have been
Luke.
Han Solo.
Oh man, they're gonna have Mark Hamill just show up and be like, "What's up?"
Could have been Poe Dameron.
There you go.
Who?
He's from the new movies.
Get over
He's the
yourself.
pilot.
Oh, Poe. Yeah. I can't remember these
Could be
names. Names are hard for me to remember sometimes. I can't keep track of them.
Maybe it was C-3PO in boots.
Could be.
Could have been Kylo Ren.
Ooh, First Order just shows up.
Yeah, First Order's got a rise in this series, right?
There you go.
They're right on the cusp.
I mean, yeah, I assume they're rising somewhere right now. So.
Yeah. How long does it take to build that planet Death Star? That thing has to be already
it's true.
started.
Oh,
It's got to take forever.
Oh my
like
god.
2 years maybe?
It took 8 years to get like halfway through the second Death Star.
They knew a guy, get her done real
I can't
quick.
believe, I never even thought about that in the original trilogy. They have the Death Star, and then they build a second Death Star, because the first one blew up.
In the
Like,
expanded
really?
canon, they talk about they were already building another one.
Oh.
So that was already in construction. Because they were like, we can't just have one. We're going to need more than one.
But
That makes
additionally,
sense.
they don't plug the hole up in the trench. They just leave
Yes.
that. They use the same schematics as the first one.
Well, it was still under construction, okay? They're flying through the
The
scaffolding.
fatal flaw was figured out.
They blew up the second one, right?
They blew up both of them the same way.
You're going to see
The
wreckage.
same way?
the same way they blew
Well,
them
okay,
up.
but in the second one, they fly into it because it's only half built. It still works.
It still has the
but it's
same-
half
Yeah,
built.
the second time they blew it up when he flew in, that was so much
They
better.
had to get all the way to the center to blow that thing up, though. They
Yeah,
couldn't
but
just
they
torpedo
still
it
have
the
there.
Millennium Falcon flying through
that's
there.
that's just how you make things fly, though, Brad. You cannot have
Oh
one of those
my.
reactors.
Oh my!
I will say
you.
that scene was probably the best scene.
Dude, the space
When
combat
he flies out and the whole thing blows up.
Yeah. Admiral Akbar do it? Who
No,
blows up the second
it's
Death Star?
the gender fluid guy.
No, that's. Oh boy!
Who's that?
It depends on who you
C-3PO?
want to talk about.
no,
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams.
And so yeah, it's Lando and Wedge.
I was like, it was Prince in Star Wars?
Jeez, oh
You didn't hear about the gender fluid stuff?
No.
With
It makes
Billy
sense,
D.
though.
Williams.
It makes sense.
It's Lando and Wedge. And you guys didn't even know who Wedge was, and I don't understand.
I know who
how
Wedge
that's
Antilles
possible.
is.
Yeah. He's like the best pilot in the Rebel Alliance.
He looks like Mario.
I love that guy
Death Star
with the cheeks. He's got like the two cheeks.
No,
that's a different
The
guy.
guy
that's a
looks like
different guy.
Mario.
That's like Admiral Akbar's like number one guy.
That's the guy who's like flying with Lando. He's like
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's like one of my favorite guys.
Yep.
He's little Mario.
Wedge is an X-wing pilot. He's in episode 4 and like gets out of there with Luke because his engine gets shot. He's like, "Get out of here, Wedge!" And Wedge is like, "Hell yeah, I'm flying away, bye." And then he comes back in episode 3 and blows up the second Death Star more than Lando, I think.
Episode
in my
3, he
opinion.
comes back.
Well, okay, episode 6. Sorry, Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay, yeah, makes more sense.
But
You didn't hear about the Billy D. Williams?
I heard about it.
It's hilarious. It was really funny.